Hello YouTubers! A few weeks ago I visited the dump, and there I found something really amazing. So let's go and take a look at it. Oh yes, an old early 60s tube-type radio. This unit was made by SABA and it's called Königsfeld. That's German, of course. Translate that to English, it's something like King's Field. Really weird name, I know, but that has a reason. Because in the 60s and also before, the SABA products always had the names of German towns and cities and places. So this was named after a little village called Königsfeld. In the past weeks I was really busy, so I had absolutely no time to take a look at this. So that's what we are going to do right now. Let's start with the controls on the front. Here we have what seems to be the volume control, and I have to take a look at that potentiometer because it's really hard to turn it. Here we have a bass control right here. It also has a little dial which you can't really see because the front part is so extremely dirty. Here we have the on and off switch. It doesn't seem like that one is doing anything, as you can hear. Then the band selector for long wave, medium wave, short wave and FM. If you press short wave and FM at the same time, like this, you have it on phono, because this radio also has a phono input. Over here we have the treble control, and here you can see the dial a little bit better. You can see that. Really nice. And then here, of course, we have the tuning knob. These are two knobs. This one seems to be for FM, but seems like there is a little bit of a problem with the dial cord because it doesn't want to move. You turn it and the little pointer right here stays in the same place, unfortunately. The big knob is for AM, and that is working, as you can see. See the needle moving there. And then look at this nice and big dial. It's really detailed. For long wave and medium wave, it even has the names of various stations printed on there. And for medium wave, you can see they put two parts on here. The upper part is for stations with German language, and the lower one is for non-German stations, for international stations. It's really nice. Of course, you also have the usual dial with the frequencies. Down here, of course, is the FM dial, and shortwave dial is here. There it also has such a tube that lights up. Right here, you can see it through the nice cloth here, which also is pretty clean still. Have a nice oval speaker, pretty big speaker, by the way. So that's the front side. Now let's take a look at the back. This is the back part, and you can see this thing here. Now this is an original little SABA thing that contains replacement fuses for the unit. Really interesting. There you can see the exact model number is Königsfeld 14. Here we have a little diagram for the tubes that are in there. And there are 6 tubes in there. and a rectifier right here. These are the antenna connections. It also has a built-in antenna that you can pull out. There it is. And oh, it also has an input for a tape recorder. That's nice. Here's the phono input. Serial number is right there. It has its own little window there. This is for an external speaker. And this is the AC input, and the AC cord still seems to be good, so I don't have to replace this. And look at this old-fashioned plug. That looks really amazing. Even says SABA on there. Now, let's take off the back part and take a look inside. It's also really interesting how the back part is held in its place. You see, there are two screws. They have a mechanism attached to them. So you just have to turn them a little bit. And then you can turn this thing to that direction. Do the same here. And then you can already take it off. There is the back part, and here is the inside. You can see there are a bunch of papers lying around in there, so let's take a look at that. It seems like the tubes in this unit have been changed before, because there are two warranty cards for those tubes. There is an older one for the original tubes. Those tubes were made by Standard Electric Lorenz. There is a newer warranty card by Siemens. See, those are backside. You can see currently it has Siemens tubes in there, all made by Siemens. And this seems to be the service manual. Alignment instructions. There it is, same in German. And let's see. And here we have a complete schematic. That's really nice. Unfortunately, it seems like I will have to change the power cord. Didn't notice that. To see that? Well, that's of course really dangerous. But now let's finally take a closer look at the inside of the unit. First thing I want to show you is the speaker. Not sure if you can see that, but this is one of the, for whatever reason, really famous and well-known SABA green cone speakers. Those are really expensive if you try to get them on eBay. They have, as of course, they have a green cone. The circuitry is sitting on a printed circuit board, so it's, well, the modern style. There is the transformer and the voltage selector. This radio can run off 220 and 120 volts. You can see the tubes. This tube up there is shielded. There is the tuning capacitor, and yes, the dial cord for the FM section is ripped apart. You can see, all loose. That will be a lot of work to fix that. I have done that before on a receiver. That was a lot of work. There are the antenna connections. This thing here, which looks like an empty tube socket, this is just something where you can hook up your test equipment, because there are those, well, test points attached to this socket, so you can simply plug in your test equipment in there. There sits a big electrolytic. I think I'm going to replace that. There is the dial light. There's a light bulb up there. Yes, I think that's pretty much it. hopefully in the next weeks I can take this radio all apart, take out the chassis and fix that all, and yeah, get it to work again, this radio, because it seems to be a really nice radio. It looks really nice. And when I have the electronics fixed, I'll make another video. And then another episode will be to fix the wooden case, because as you can see, those idiots of previous owners weren't really careful with this. Because see, the top side is all scratched, so I think I'll have to do something about that. So, hope you enjoyed this video of the SABA Königsfeld 14, made in Germany in the early 60s.